Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a diehard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel, your #1 spot for everything Dallas Cowboys. We've got a ton to talk about today. The rumor mill is buzzing with talk about Mike Zimmer possibly stepping in as head coach. Could this be the change the Cowboys need to take things to the next level? Plus, we're diving into Rico Dowdle's future and whether Dallas should prioritize bringing him back. And let's not forget KaVontae Turpin. Let's start with the headline grabber, Mike Zimmer as a potential head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. Look, when it comes to coaching rumors, Cowboys Nation is no stranger to the drama. But this one, it has legs. Zimmer is no stranger to Dallas. He was with the Cowboys as their defensive coordinator from 2000 to 2006, so he knows the organization and, more importantly, he knows what it takes to win. The Cowboys have had a roller coaster season under Mike McCarthy, and while his offensive play calling has shown flashes of brilliance, there's been a lingering sense of inconsistency. Could Zimmer be the guy to bring stability and toughness back to the sideline? Here's the thing about Zimmer. His defensive pedigree is undeniable. During his tenure as head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, he turned that team into a defensive powerhouse. And let's be honest, defense has been a cornerstone of the Cowboys' success this season. Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, DeMarcus Lawrence, the foundation is already there. Imagine what Zimmer could do with this level of talent. He's known for getting the absolute best out of his players, and his no-nonsense approach might be exactly what this team needs to finally push past those playoff hurdles. But here's the flip side. Zimmer's time in Minnesota wasn't without controversy. His old-school style and hard-nosed approach didn't always resonate with today's players. Would that clash with the Cowboys' current culture? And then there's the big question, would Jerry Jones even make this move? McCarthy's seat isn't exactly scorching hot right now, but with Jerry, you never know. He's not afraid to shake things up if he thinks it'll bring a Super Bowl back to Dallas. Now let's shift gears and talk about Rico Dowdle. If you've been paying attention to the Cowboys' backfield, you know that Dowdle has been quietly making a name for himself. With Ezekiel Elliott gone and Tony Pollard stepping into the spotlight, Dowdle has emerged as a solid complementary piece. The question now is, should Dallas re-sign him? Here's what Dowdle brings to the table. He's a versatile, hard-nosed runner who can grind out tough yards between the tackles, but also has enough burst to break off big plays. He's not just a runner, though. Dowdle has shown he can contribute on special teams and as a receiver out of the backfield. That kind of versatility is invaluable in today's NFL. Plus, let's not overlook the fact that he's been relatively cost-effective. In a league where teams are increasingly hesitant to shell out big money for running backs, keeping Dowdle on a team-friendly deal could be a smart move. That said, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Injuries have been a concern for Dowdle. Availability is key, especially at the running back position where durability is already a major issue. The Cowboys have to weigh the risk of re-signing him against the potential reward. And let's not forget about the draft. This upcoming class is stacked with running back talent. Would Dallas be better off looking for a younger, healthier option in the draft? It's a tough call, but if you're asking me, Dowdle's shown enough this season to warrant another look. All right, Cowboys fans, let's talk about KaVontae Turpin. This guy is one of the most electrifying players on the roster, and yet it feels like he's being underutilized. Turpin has the kind of speed and playmaking ability that can change games in an instant. We've seen flashes of it in the return game, but the question is, why isn't he getting more opportunities on offense? Let's break it down. Turpin has the skill set to be a weapon in multiple facets of the game. He's quick, shifty, and dangerous in open space. That sounds like the perfect recipe for a gadget player who can create mismatches and exploit defenses. Jet sweeps, bubble screens, quick slants, these are plays tailor-made for a guy like Turpin. So why aren't we seeing more of him in these situations? Some might argue that the Cowboys already have plenty of offensive weapons. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, and Tony Pollard all demand touches. But here's the thing, adding Turpin to the mix wouldn't take away from those guys, it would complement them. Imagine a defense having to account for all those weapons and then deal with Turpin coming out of nowhere. It's a nightmare scenario for opposing coordinators. Another angle to consider is trust. Turpin is still relatively new to the NFL, and it's possible the coaching staff doesn't fully trust him in high-stakes offensive situations just yet. But at some point, you've got to take the training wheels off and let him go. If the Cowboys want to maximize their offensive potential, they need to find creative ways to get the ball into Turpin's hands. Before we wrap up, let's bring it all together. The Cowboys are in a fascinating spot right now. They've got the talent, they've got the fan base, and they've got the spotlight. But the NFL isn't just about having the pieces, it's about knowing how to use them. In a statement released earlier this morning, Jerry Jones said, "Mike is a great coach and a great man, but we believe it's in the best interest of the Dallas Cowboys to go in a new direction. Our expectations remain the same, to compete for and win championships." That statement is classic Jerry professional, but to the point. He didn't shy away from the fact that this decision is about winning. Mediocrity is not an option for the Dallas Cowboys, and Jerry made it clear that he's willing to do whatever it takes to get this team back on track. Whether it's exploring a coaching shakeup with a guy like Mike Zimmer, deciding on Rico Dowdle's future, or figuring out how to unlock KaVontae Turpin's potential, these are the moves that could define the Cowboys' trajectory for years to come. So what do you think, Cowboys Nation? Is Zimmer the right guy to lead this team? Should the Cowboys bring back Rico Dowdle, or is it time to move on? And what's the deal with KaVontae Turpin? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Go Cowboys!